Peace, family. So it's being reported that R. Kelly has unfortunately been placed on suicide watch following his recent conviction. So here we can see as a report on allhiphop.com, the U.S. attorney in Illinois is still set to prosecute the R&B singer. Robert Kelly's legal woes are far from over after being convicted of racketeering-related federal crimes in New York. The Grammy Award-winning musician must face another federal jury for child pornography charges in Chicago. So according to the Chicago Tribune, the sex trafficking conviction in New York led to the U.S. Bureau of Prison officials placing R. Kelly on suicide watch, with R. Kelly's attorney, Steve Greenberg, confirming the monitoring process has since been lifted. So I guess that's good news that the process has been lifted and he's no longer under that condition. So it says, in addition, Steve Greenberg insisted he had no knowledge of R. Kelly threatening to harm himself while being incarcerated. And they say the decision to oversee Kelly for potential fatal self-injuries could have been a routine act by the prison. So we don't know if this is something they want to conflate the story a bit, or if it's something we should be concerned about. So definitely a huge trial that's definitely shocked the foundations of the world and stuff. What are your thoughts on this? I know some people have said they're no longer going to be bumping some of Cal's music. Some said they will continue to. We recently had a brother around, and we're going to repost it at some section, who kind of delved into the case a bit with some information that he believes hasn't been made public knowledge. But we can see here in a statement made by the prosecutors, they say he was a predator who used his inner circle to ensnare underage teen girls and young women and men for decades in a sordid web of sex abuse, exploitation, and degradation. To the victims in this case, your voices were heard and justice was finally served. And this was stated by Jacqueline M. Casoulas, and she's the acting United States Attorney for the Eastern District in New York. So as it stands, R. Kelly is still having to stand trial for child pornography, it says, which was another charge that they had indicted him on. So this is something that I guess we're going to be hearing more on, and we'll be reporting more on as we get more information. So it says R. Kelly, just to be noted, had pled not guilty for child pornography and obstruction of justice case, and he was acquitted in a 2008 child pornography trial in Illinois after the alleged victim declined to testify for the prosecution. So it says his racketeering and sex trafficking guilty verdicts come with a mandatory minimum sentence of 10 years in prison and up to life imprisonment. So R. Kelly is scheduled to be sentenced in May 2022, and his legal team is expected to be appealing the convictions. So we'll try to keep you updated with the story as it develops. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and stay updated for new news within the industry.